Go, go, go. First topic. First topic. First stop. First topic. Let's go. Let's go. First topic. Go, go, go.
Oh wow! Look how energetic someone is, audience, while the other co-host only is running on 3 hours of sleep at the moment.
First
Well,
topic. Let's get it. No
look,
intro. We
this
gotta
is my
go.
first meal of the day, and it's 7:30 p.m.
We gotta go, guys. First topic.
All right, you want to talk about toxic masculinity that bad, Jake? Okay, okay, let's talk about it. So, all right, the first topic
Dang, no
is
introductions.
yeah,
Uh,
we're on a time crunch, so apparently.
yes.
So, all right, so yeah, Skeletor is stated to be the embodiment of toxic masculinity in the Masters of the Universe film.
And who said that?
Apparently the
Skeletor
director.
himself when he held his Red Pill podcast.
Okay, okay. If it was
Yeah.
Skeletor
Jared Leto.
himself, okay. But if it was Jared Leto, I'm gonna be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, oh wow. So,
No, Skeletor's talking about
um,
how women don't cook for him these days or some shit. I don't know. Like
um, I'm always iffy about these sorts of things because, like, okay, look, when I think of like evil characters, right? When I think of Skeletor, I just think of a bad guy, of an evil guy. I don't think of like putting a specific label or a group or a group to associate with him, you know? So I don't know how exactly they're going to approach this. Like, what is he going to look at Evelyn and say, "Wash my clothes, woman," like or something
There's a
like that?
lot more to toxic masculinity than just that, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. But knowing Jared
Hmm.
Leto, I'm I'm scared.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There might be a reason why we didn't see Skeletor have any speaking lines in the trailers. After all, audience, you know,
Well,
who
we only had the
knows?
one trailer.
He-Man. Women belong in the kitchen, don't you know?
Hmm.
I'm going to bring traditional wives back. Oh
Evelyn,
no.
mhm. Evelyn, you better have my underseasoned meatloaf ready when I get back.
He-Man, you have to stop him.
Like just have fun with Skeletor. I mean, I just remember him for that high pitched like evil voice he had. You know, just ham it up a bit. Don't take it too seriously. You know. Um, but yeah, we'll see where it goes when we get to it. So
He-Man,
yeah.
with your once I've stolen your powers, I'll have the biggest dick in all of the lands. Skeletor.
Okay, yeah, I wonder if there's a subtle reason why he has an extra long staff with him. You know, maybe he's like
I
going
Yeah,
to
think he's trying to
compensate.
compensate for
there you
something.
go.
I know, right? Which
That's why he has the Red Pill podcast. What do you think what do you think his podcast would be called?
um,
mm,
damn. Okay.
bone,
Skeleton fit. All right. I don't know.
mhm.
I just you put me on the
You know
Down,
spot.
what? You know what,
down.
audience? Hit us up on Twitter. If Skeletor was gonna have one of those dude bro red pill podcasts, what would it be about, and what would he
Down,
call it?
I mean,
down to the bone, down to the bone.
actually, you know what he meant. I really think the problem with Eternia is the OnlyFans models. I think we need to do something about that. I honestly
Mhm.
do. I think we can work together on that. Meet in the middle.
What is this? You want to spread democracy, Georgia King?
Dem-
That's
dem-
preposterous.
democracy is a trap of third wave feminism.
Would he even know what third wave feminism is?
I don't
I don't know.
Be
Do people
realistic.
know.
do people even understand the
What?
definition of the terms they use
Well, wait.
nowadays? You
To
know?
be fair, most red pill podcasters don't know third wave feminism. So
That is true.
Okay.
That is also true.
Boo. Our buddy Ace of Fanatics is saying, "Boo! Non-toxic masculinity sucks."
that's why
Um,
he's a Skeletor fan.
this is
He.
all. This is all because Evil Lynn betrayed him on Netflix. Oh yeah, because
Oh
she.
well, see, that's his motivation.
Mm,
That's why he went down
yeah.
the alt right pipeline because Evelyn saw his bullshit. I was
Right.
like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if there's a deeper meaning behind the fact that Skeletor lost all his power because a woman seduced him. Like, wow,
Oh,
wow.
There's
Austin says
probably, they do that sometimes. Haven't you ever heard of a femme fatale before?
he man. If your mom stayed in the Earth kitchen, I would be king.
The podcast would he? I have the power.
There you go. I have the
Yeah,
power.
that's true. I think that would be
There
his
you
tagline. I think it would be like the name of the podcast, and then he would
I
be
thought-
like, "Welcome to the whatever the
No.
fuck the name of the podcast
I
is,
thought-
and just
You know that-
remember, I have the power."
I thought that would be the Masters of the Universe podcast. I thought that would be their podcast. I have the power.
Mhm.
But the Masters of the
Oh, that would
Universe.
be it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just the Master of the Universe podcast.
You know what Skeletor would be? He would be like the J. Jonah Jameson of Eternia, man. He'd be like nothing, spouting nothing but nonstop shit at He-Man. You know,
Like He-Man could just be like chilling one, and then like Skeletor would be like, yeah,
This is your greatest hero doing nothing. Nothing. What is he doing?
This is
to
your
lift
Listen, I'm
the
just saying-
greatest hero eating cereal out of his car. Sorry,
I'm
Luke,
just-
I had to.
I'm just saying the libtards of Eternia have really brought the economy down when you think about it. I'm just saying, and things were better 50 years ago when it was just the men in charge.
Gotcha.
Jesus Christ.
And I guess another side piece of this news is we also got our first full glimpse of Cringer audience.
Yo, I
And-
am cringing. That's good.
Dude, he looks exactly as you would think a Cringer would look like in real life. I mean, with everything going up in special effects nowadays, audience, I mean, there really is no excuse to make a bad.
Yeah, they got
portrayal
a
anymore.
real green tiger, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, it looks real. Hopefully it'll emote. Hopefully Cringer will emote, unlike Lion King.
We don't talk about Lion King.
Yep. There is a YouTube channel called Skeletor Reacts. There you go.
Skeletor reacts to the presidential election.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, Skeletor reacts to the
Skeletor
Super Bowl.
reacts to the Epstein files.
Skeletor reacts to the halftime show.
Which one? Which one?
That-
the one that just came out
the
yesterday.
Turning Point USA one, yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
What?
what he's watching. Do you think he's watching the Benito Bowl?
No, definitely not. Unless if it's to hate on it.
Wait, what? I didn't even know about
Oh,
that.
it's a whole political thing. You probably don't know anything about Cryptid. It's okay.
We'll tell you about it later. We'll tell you about it later.
Yeah. I'd rather use my time to do my personal time to do something for the productive audience.
No,
Well,
that's good.
you're using your personal time
Mhm.
to
Oh.
do your job.
Yep.
Stall the
Anyway.
topic for a little bit. I totally forgot to get my images for the next time.
Oh, and you're the one rushing us.
I know, I was in such a-
We have to skip our
listen-
entire fucking intro
You know what?
interview, and you weren't prepared.
Exactly, but now
Yeah,
because
the next topic is you, dude. Come
well,
on.
because
come on.
we did that. Well, because we did that, now we have more time to bullshit. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So I mean,
Skeletor
like,
reacts
I'm
to.
gonna
I
briefly-
told you Adam is in the
While Jake's
file.
doing that, I'm going to briefly explain what the fuck happened with the Super Bowl. So this
Alright.
year's Super Bowl was halftime show was headlined by Bad Bunny, right? Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
And certain people of a certain organization didn't like that really much.
Oh,
And so they were like, we're going to host our own halftime show to protest, which is like, really, don't you have anything better to do with your time? And the guy that they got to headline it was a very not so nice dude, aka Kid Rock. And from what I've been told, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
But
So-
the Bad Bunny one was a banger because guess who was there? Guess who was there
Who?
hanging out? We
Who?
got Jessica Alba and Pedro Pascal there.
Hey, there we go.
And for
Yeah.
some reason, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, Lady Gaga was there for some reason. I don't know why she was there.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Alright.
she was there. Do you know why she was there?
No, but which you did a great job because now I'm ready.
Oh,
Go
cool.
ahead.
I got you.
Okay. Can you switch to it for me, Cryptid? It should literally say the name. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. We are back with the Beast Wars.
Yeah, audience, I like to point out that I'm a friendly ally to all cats and dogs before we get to this. So,
All right, Cryptid.
yeah.
You know what? What I'll say today might surprise you, but only because we're reviewing Beast Wars and Beast Machines. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, audience. Last week, a co-host had a problem with a dog-themed transformer, and this week, They might have a problem with a feline themed transformer. So is it a coincidence, audience? I think
I
not.
think not.
Yeah.
Here's the rundown, right? Last season, Megatron found the location of the Autobots and Decepticons in the first episode of Transformers G1. Basically, this means that if he kills Optimus at this point in the timeline, then history will be undone and the Predacons will win. I mean, not really. Everybody would die, but I don't think he knows that. I don't think he understands that. I digress. Anyway, so the Maximals, after Optimus got an amazing upgrade as Optimal Optimus, the strongest he's ever been in history. The Maximals set up a base that's at the base of the volcano where the Autobots will eventually wage their war against the Decepticons on Earth. And now they have to defend it while quickly trying to find a way to end the Beast Wars before Megatron finds more ways to screw over time in space. And as we find out this season, there's actually multiple ways he can do this. Anytime he kills a human, that's a way to affect the timeline. Anytime he discovers ancient Decepticon technology early, that's a way to destroy the timeline. And of course, anytime he gets into their base, there's a way to destroy the timeline. So there's multiple ways for him to fuck over everybody.
How would he know?
Because he, at the beginning of the series, he found this thing called the Golden Disc, and near the end of season 2, he found out the disc is Megatron's blueprint for if he loses. Hey, here's a disc that tells you all the history of what happened. If you discover time travel, go back in time and undo it for me. Thank you. And so, so Megatron 2's goal is to undo his ancestors' mistakes and save the Decepticon and Predacon race, essentially. And so thus is why the Beast Wars is the most important thing to ever happen in Transformers G1 history. You had to be there. Okay.
I wasn't there, so you know.
Right. Well, you weren't there because it was like prehistoric age. All right, we're back in time.
And also, I just don't care enough about.
Right. That is true. So that said, what do you think about season 3? I think it's a step down from season 2, but it's still good. I think this is more like if Beast Wars was above prime quality in season 2, Beast Wars season 3 is like prime Transformers prime quality. I would say it's no longer an S tier. It went down to an A tier, and that's fine. I will say, man, I can't believe I'm saying this. I like Black Arachnia this season. All right, she put in work.
Wow.
I like her. All right, I think she's cool. All right.
Okay. He likes. Yeah, I can understand why Jake wants to get rid of Silverbolt now so badly. Audience, you know.
No, I like her. I like her bad girl arc of like, I don't want to change who I am. Like, listen, I'm here because I like my boy Silverbolt, and I have really nowhere to go. But I don't like the idea that you guys keep trying to change me into being a Maximal. I don't believe in being a Maximal. Like, I'm not evil, but I don't want to, do the whole self-righteous hero thing. I'm just here to really preserve myself, and you guys got to be okay with that. And then they're like, and then there's like a whole episode dealing with that where she's thinking about quitting and trying to figure out a way out of this whole situation. I do like it. She says like when she quits, she's like, "Listen, Silverbolt, like he's cute and all, and like he's my boyfriend, but I don't really like his friends really, and I can't." This group really. So I do like how this episode basically ends with Optimus having to explain to her, listen, like we found a way to redo you and make you a Maximal, but that was always going to be your choice. Like I wasn't going to take that choice away from you. By the way, this is the first time Optimus gives someone a choice to be anything, because in the original series, he had no problems with brainwashing Decepticons and making them good people. So this starts actually here. Self-righteous Bayverse Optimus starts in Beast Wars. Okay.
Well, to be fair, Black Arachnia was made of Maximal parts after all.
That is true. That's what their point was. You're already a Maximal. You were just changed to be a Predacon, so we just want to change you back, basically. But she didn't want to do that. And then, and that was a cool arc. And then Hasbro said, but we need to introduce the new toys, so we are going to change her back. So this season also introduced Transformers Transmetal 2, a super version of the super version of the Transmetal forms, basically making them more robotic than Beast again. Some characters get this. Usually the characters who got this got it's in some form of a character arc. Black Arachnia got a Transmetal 2 version. We also have Dinobot Transmetal 2, which is unique because the original Dinobot didn't have one. And then we also
Dinobot came back as Dinobot came back basically as Frankenstein audience. Like,
Yes.
goddamn, dude. Yeah.
And then we have Cheetor Transmetal 2. Which I like. Okay, so I got on Cheetor because at this point the boy was acting kind of reckless again. I thought he was annoying in the beginning of season one, but he kept doing shit people told him not to do. And then he mellowed out. I was like, okay, fine. That's perfectly where I need you to be. He starts doing it again in season three, and now he's developing a crush on Black Arachnia. I'm like, oh Lord, stop this.
Oh
And so
boy.
and Silverbolt's like, hey, kid, you stay in your lane. That's why I put you there myself.
Like,
I mean,
I'm trying to fuck this other robot, not
he,
you.
audience, you see the problem we have here when there's literally only one female transformer in this whole entire planet. You know,
Well, we
like,
had Air Razor, but she went missing, and then for some off screen, she started dating Tigatron. I don't know when that started, but it did.
well, regardless, like we're just down to one female transformer in the whole planet. You know, so
It's true.
yeah.
But she,
That's why Star Trek is peak.
yeah,
Mhm.
because
Like, yeah,
listen, in the future we
y'all,
respect women eventually.
yeah,
We'll get
yeah,
there.
y'all give like Silverbolt shit for, like, hey, all his decisions being Black Arachnia based. Well, wouldn't your decisions be compromised if, like, Black Arachnia is the only female here who has a crush on you? Like, so
No,
yeah.
because he forced that crush on. He had to prove himself to her. Okay.
Mhm.
I will say though, I understand Cheetor's arc now. It wasn't so much Black Arachnia. It was more like he was growing up. He was entering
Yeah,
puberty, basically, and
yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
was supposed to be. Because
Mhm.
Black Arachnia gives up, like Black Arachnia plays into it because she needs something from him. But the moment like she's done, she's like, "Listen, kid, I have a boyfriend. I'm not really into you. You're still a child."
Oh,
And so she was like, "I'm not a child." Yeah. And so eventually, after Optimus gets annoyed with him one too many times, Cheetor runs away to do a mission by himself, and then he accidentally gets himself killed. Except no, he goes through
he's
trans
a
metal
werewolf.
puberty.
He
So
becomes a werewolf,
Fuck am I
basically.
listening to?
yes, he accidentally gets caught up in Megatron's device when it explodes, and because it wasn't done properly, he keeps morphing in and out of being like a beast and his normal self. Eventually, it solidifies, and he gets this. I will admit, it's kind of his best design.
Yeah.
Um, so I actually liked it, and then from then point on, I mean, like he still has a crush on Black Arachnia, but he's not actively going after her after she lays down like, "Hey, I don't feel that way about you."
Mhm.
I do like how she plays. There's like, "Oh, I like the look." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, you like the look?" I mean, it's okay. Like, yeah, it's all right. So, but yeah, that's fine. Then Megatron gets a Transmetal too because, well,
Oh
I'm gonna
boy.
even call it Transmetal. He combines his spark with Megatron, the original Megatron, the same way Primal did. I have to say,
Optimum.
yeah,
Did you need a minute? Did you need a minute to figure that out?
yeah, because they're both
Mhm.
have the same first name. So
Exactly.
Mhm.
and so Megatron 2 combines with Megatron, and I don't know, I guess it comes Predaking Megatron. I'm not really sure
Just
what it's supposed to be.
the Dragantron. That's what I'm calling
Yes.
him, man.
Stronger than Optimal, which I don't think makes much sense because Optimus is physically stronger than Megatron, like the original one. So I don't know how I don't know how that makes him stronger, but
You
whatever.
see,
I don't know.
you see, audience. You see, audience. This is where my sighting for King Kong versus Godzilla came from, right? Because when you go boil it down to it, right, in Transformers, this was basically the equivalent of Godzilla, the dragon, versus Optimus Primal, the the monkey. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But with all this said, it seems like it's all over for the Maximals. They can't beat Predaking Megatron, and once he gets his ducks in order, he's coming right back. But then luckily, God shows up, or at least the Time Police show up, and they say, "Hey, Megatron, stop doing that." And it winds up getting as chaotic as Beast Wars usually does. So Megatron winds up losing everything in this episode, and as a last-ditch effort to defeat the Maximals, he finds the Nemesis, the Decepticon warship, which was underwater at the beginning in season 2 of Transformers, the original show.
Yeah.
And he uses it to try to destroy the Maximal base and the Maximals. It's an all hands on deck final fight. We even lose multiple Maximals. Death
Mhm.
Charge, who was introduced this season, he dies.
Mhm.
Air Razor and Tigatron die. And then Dinobot 2, he sacrifices himself again for the safety of the timeline, and he
Mhm.
dies. But eventually the Maximals beat Predaking and take him to Cybertron, and that's the end of the story. And also Waspinator rules over humanity. So so
I know.
yeah.
Wow.
Because,
Damn, look at that audience.
well,
Oh, everything's going Waspinator.
well, okay, well, because he said, I don't want to. Waspinator is tired of being blown up and mistreated, and I don't want to be a villain anymore. So he just winds up being worshipped as a god, which I think is still a problem. But whatever, I guess it resolves itself.
Mhm.
And the Maximals go home, and that's the ending of Beast Wars. Cryptic cut to Beast Machines.
Oh boy.
I hope Austin's here to see this shit because I was disappointed by this. So, welcome
Everybody
to
was.
yeah, welcome to Transformers Beast Machines. This immediately after the ending of Beast Wars, Megatron wins the Beast Wars. How does he do it? We got to spend 6 episodes finding out. I'm not going to bury the lead. Basically, on the trip back home through time, Megatron's got like came out of the time warp, like he broke free of his chains and got lost in the time stream. So he came out a little bit earlier than they did. He didn't alter the
Mhm.
events of the original cartoon. Instead, he altered more recent history and he used a virus to basically deactivate all Transformers on Cybertron. And now he rules it by himself and he uses their sparks to power his sinister drones. His new belief is that Transformers don't need biological parts. They need to be all machine, all metal, and all under his one vision. This
Wow,
is
that sounds really eugenics of him.
that it is. And
Mhm.
so this is the one timeline. But I want everybody to know this is why Megatron 2 is kind of the best Megatron. It's the one timeline where Megatron actually wins in the end. So this is what happens if Megatron 2 win and Megatron ever wins. And Megatron 2 did it himself. He did it all by himself.
Mhm.
Now the
I like I
Beast.
like to I like to keep this in mind, audience. He only won because Optimus wasn't there.
Yes, sure.
So yeah, yeah.
Megatron 2 takes over Cybertron, but also the virus that he implemented kind of deactivates the other Transformer. Like Optimus just becomes his normal self again, and Shidor and all the other ones, any upgrades they got, they went back to zero. But luckily, Optimus finds this thing called the Oracle, which kind of weird about it. The Oracle is like the Matrix, but not like it's it's also
Mhm.
partly the key to Vector Sigma, which was in the original cartoon, but it's not. It's
Mhm.
basically, let's just call it the future version of the Matrix of Leadership. And it
Okay.
gives Optimus a vision about how to save Cybertron. But to do it, they need to evolve. They need to be even stronger than they were before, or somewhere close to that point. And then they get these ugly designs, these god awful, terrible
Oh.
designs. They were getting so much better at designing Transformers and Beast Wars, and then they came out with this. I don't know what happened. I don't know what
And
happened.
and sadly enough, audience, they don't get
Ugh.
like it.
Yeah.
They don't get an
Ugh.
upgrade.
I
They
don't
don't
Yeah.
get
like
an upgrade.
that.
No, yeah. Which this was so disappointing.
The second one, from what I can see, looks like what was that fucking thing from Berserk? The thing that Griffith looks like at the end of Berserk.
Yeah.
Mhm. Which
um,
you should see Rat Trap when he transforms. It is horrible,
I
dude.
don't,
Like,
because I have a massive headache right now, and I really don't.
mm,
yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy because again, Beast Wars season 3, all the new designs, I liked them. They were pretty cool designs. I was like, oh, these are finally looking like cool Transformers I want to buy. And then we went to this, and I was like, ugh, no.
Mhm.
Um, the idea of these versions is that they are more beast than metal. When they turn into these things, they're actually just normal. Oh, we also have a new thing. With these new bodies, they have to go back to the way Autobots originally learned to transform because even in G1 they explained that transforming wasn't a thing Transformers always did. It was a muscle memory they had to learn. And so when they transform, they have to say, "I am transformed," and that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Um, I only say this because you're going to be hearing that
So,
a
like,
lot in
fucking
season 1.
He-Man up in here
Yes.
Yeah.
with the cool
I,
He-Man.
I say this a lot. I always say this because you're gonna hear that a lot in season one, where every time, any second they transform, I am transformed. That's how they have to say it every time. Um, so this season's kind of weird. It takes a little bit of adjusting to. It's definitely not as good as Beast Wars, but it's okay. It winds up being, sometimes it gets good when we're dealing with things like our Black Arachnia story arc. But
Oh, go ahead.
other than
Go
that, it's
ahead.
kind of okay.
Explain how she got her boyfriend back, Jake. Come
Okay,
on.
so initially we only had the original four cast members because when the blip happened, like nobody remembers what happened. Initially, when the Maximals wake up, they don't remember how they got to Cybertron or why they're being hunted. So there's only four of them, but they came here with six, and the ones that are missing is Silverbolt and Rhinox. They're basically just looking for all their friends, and then once they find out that like Megatron's using sparks and putting them in drones and then reprogramming them to serve him. Black Arachnia is like, wait a minute, so like maybe one of them could be Silverbolt, and then like she goes to I don't know, he's like the fucking one-on-one. He's like the one wheelie one that talks in a really
Yeah.
cool voice. Yeah,
The
and he's like
motorcycle guy.
Thrust,
Yeah.
Thrust. That's his name. His name is
Okay,
Thrust.
yeah.
So Thrust. So the whole season, Thrust is like, is the girl like because Thrust does things like he's like, I don't want to shoot you for some reason. I don't want to do da da da. Like, so she's like, Silverbolt. Only Silverbolt will do that for me. And so, and I do like the idea that the femme fatale is now being fataled herself. I thought that was actually kind of that's a
Yeah.
dope. That's a dope
Yeah.
reversal. You don't really see that
Also,
anywhere.
also the animators were definitely fooling the audience when you see through Thrust's vision, right? He's
Yes.
like he actually has memories of looking at Black Arachnia back when they were in Primal Earth, you know? So you're like,
Yes.
dang, okay, this has to be Silverbolt, you know? Like,
I will
This has
say
to be him.
mhm,
once you know the twist, then you can't like not see how obvious it kind of was. Eventually she does all this shit to get Thrust to turn to Silverbolt again. Because every time she says Silverbolt, he's like, oh, I know that name from somewhere. And then she does the thing to do it, and then he's like, oh, I'm back. It's me, Waspinator. And she's like, what?
the ultimate Rick roll audience. Like,
Huh?
God
And yeah.
damn.
Well,
What the fuck?
it was just a string of coincidences that made her think that it was Silverbolt, but it was never Silverbolt. It was actually
She
Waspinator.
she risked everything to get her boyfriend back, only to find out it was a village idiot she brought back. Like,
Yes,
God,
and then Waspinator's like, so does that mean Waspinator and Black Arachnia are going steady? So,
yo, yo!
he's like,
Okay, so audience, I feel like I need to preface this. So I haven't been able to go to our weekly movie nights because of work purposes. And one of the weeks where I was able to go, they were watching this show, Beast
Yeah.
Wars, right? And I'm
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck are y'all watching?
Yeah, it turns out it wasn't Thrust, it was the guy behind Thrust that was Silverbolt. And so when he
Yeah.
accidentally gets hit with the thing, he's like, oh, beloved of my heart. Oh, he's like,
Oh,
Silverbolt.
Black Arachnia, dark poison of my heart. And
Yeah.
Black Arachnia is like saying, "There's only one Transformer that could say that with a straight face." Like,
But he
oh,
doesn't come back this season, actually. It's next season
Aw,
he comes back.
lame.
Yeah, because the thing they used was like temporary. Anyway,
yeah.
but once you actually know the twist, I actually started noticing that Thrust moves his head like Waspinator, like exactly like Waspinator. So I don't know, I never picked it up. It's pretty. He actually moves
Dude,
like
I,
Waspinator.
dude, I still remember as a kid watching that show. Like, I was so hyped because I guess you could say Silverbolt and Black Arachnia were the first ship I was backing up because, I grew up with Beast Wars,
Right.
and I really wanted those two to make it. So, like, I was really rooting for Black Arachnia. Come on, bring Silverbolt back, bring Silverbolt back. What? How the fuck did Waspinator get here? Funny enough, they never even explained how Waspinator got back.
No, they did. They did. So basically, what
Oh.
happened was when he ruled over the humans, he got bored and then he threw a rock at them. He threw a rock at one of them, and then they all chased him out the village. But he says like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they love me so much, they didn't want me to leave, but actually they did." And so then
Yeah.
he flew back to Cybertron, which took him.
How?
He just flew there like normally, and it took him the
What?
exact amount of time to modern day Maximals that because he just flew normally, like he didn't take a ship, like he just
Oh,
flew, so he just actually flew back, and
uh,
Okay, that's
so
uh,
fucking weird.
a transformer that a Decepticon that transforms into a wasp audience flew from primal Earth all the way to Cybertron.
yes, and the
Wow.
journey was so long and treacherous that by the time he got there, I guess it was modern day. They never really go into it that
Oh
much.
wow. Okay, I never thought of it like that, but
Yeah, that's
Jesus
what happens
Christ,
when you
dude.
travel through fucking space normally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Because he
audience,
never.
this is
Oh
why you should watch Star Trek. At least it somewhat makes sense.
yeah.
So
Okay,
he
how
said he says that it took a long time, but he finally got there. So I could only take for the timeline to make sense. He could only have made it after everything was set up with the Maximals and Predacons. So I don't know.
how the fuck did he make that journey without getting smashed by one meteor or comet? You know, come on.
He gets destroyed all the time, but he's Waspinator, so he'll be okay. Like he just fixes himself.
Back in Primal Earth, Waspinator always get blown up, but here I now cool biker bot who
Bro,
kicks
that would
dick.
be like such a great thing, like the Odyssey, but told from Waspinator. It's just
Oh my
um,
god.
so yeah, but here's so I have some things about this season now. Like first off, the pacing is kind of dragging. Like it feels like the show should not be 13 episodes a season. It feels like it should be a little bit shorter. The new the animation is more boring because Beast Wars was animated like a 2D show with 3D in mind. But Beast Machines is animated like a 3D show.
Yeah.
There's no squash effects. There's no Looney Tunes type of chaos going on. It's just kind of like straightforward, and I think that's kind of boring to watch, especially with the more dreary and dark atmosphere of the show. Um, Optimus Primal takes a lot of adjusting to get to. This is kind of his worst season because he's becoming like kind of almost a cultist at this point
Mhm.
because he's trying to get the whole team on board with this. We got to go organic. The problem was we were too organic. We were two machines. We got to go back to organic.
Mhm.
But you know what I will say, and this is why my opinion changed. Yo, Cheetor saved this season for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh wow.
Cheetor
Okay.
actually becoming becoming an adult and having to lead the team when like Primal's like out of the way for some reason. That was kind of dope. And I like that it wasn't straightforward. Like it wasn't that he was just a good leader. It was that he made some good calls, he made some bad calls. Sometimes Primal was right, sometimes he was right. They got into arguments. It was like watching like a son grow up and trying to show off to his dad, like, I know what to do now. Give me my space. And the father's like no, you don't know everything yet. Let me help you. I like that whole push and pull they had. And how sometimes both of them were wrong in some situations. And you know, I thought that was cool. Megatron, I think, is kind of dope in this season. I don't like him as much as in Beast Wars. Now that he kind of has everything, he's not as proactive as he used to be. I mean, he's still scheming and plotting, but I didn't like in the Beast Wars how he was always thinking of the next thing while focusing on the present. And I think in this one he doesn't do that as much. Like it is not as exciting to watch.
As I
Uh
as I recall, like Megatron was basically like the man on a chair most of the time in this season, wasn't
yes,
he?
he
Yeah.
usually sent everybody else to go do stuff, and he just kind of let things play out because he was trying to get rid of his beast form. Um, it is kind of a lot to watch, and that's why I just kind of finished the season, and we'll be finishing it too. Season 2 comes out after Optimus and Megatron nearly destroy Cybertron with their obsession with technology versus organic. And then Optimus
Mhm.
realizes, oh, I was wrong. I was being a cult leader. Actually, the real truth is we need to combine technology and the organic together. And that is his goal. So now he's about team techno organic. Now that he's leveled
Mhm.
out a bit, he's a better leader for the team, or a better spiritual leader for the team. While Cheetor is
Yeah.
like a more of a field leader, I should say. And then we get Silverbolt back. So yeah, it
Yay!
is. Silverbolt comes back,
Yay!
but he's edgy now.
Ah, yeah. Okay. See what happened, audience, when he became basically Megatron's henchman, who was like, I think his name was Jetstorm at that
Yes.
point.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that Silverbolt now has PTSD from that because Silverbolt, he's a chivalry man. He's like a medieval knight, a gentleman. Like when Black Arachnia would say, like, yeah, even when I'm good, I'm still bad. Silverbolt would respond by saying, and still as welcome as moonlight. He's like a
Yeah.
thespian. But when he was Jetstorm, it basically took all that nobility and chivalry and threw it out. and now he's traumatized by the whole experience.
Yeah, and you know
So
what's great about this? He's no longer simping anymore. Like now he's like Black Rhino's like, hey, let's just go on a mission together. He's like, listen, we're in a war right now. I gotta focus on the mission right now. I can't be hanging out with you right now. I was like, yes.
oh, oh man,
Oh, he still
keep,
loves
keep,
her, but
keep,
he
keep
still
this
loves
in mind, keep this in mind, audience. His love for Black Arachnia ended up saving his life in the end.
yeah,
Audience, never mind the fact that their first kiss happened shortly after she shot him in the leg.
that's
You
true.
know?
He still loves her. It's just that he's not in the right headspace for it, and he's more focused. Like he just wants to get rid of Megatron so he can't
Mhm.
be abused again. That's basically his whole thing.
Don't
Yeah, no,
worry. Don't.
Jake, these fucking designs are fucking ugly as
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. The only
Yeah.
one that makes like the most sense is the fucking rat.
Right, yeah, and yeah, he's not great too. Oh, speaking of Rat Trap, we have a new Transformer and a new idea for Transformers we'll never do again. We've introduced Transformers that can transform into plants.
I
What the
recall
fuck?
that.
Yes,
Yeah. And
yeah.
that's
There's a new Transformer called Botanica, and like the Maximal, she crash landed on an alien planet, but there were no machines around, so she scanned the wildlife with her crew, and they became plants, and they did the plant or no, they just did plants, or just that
yeah.
was it.
How the fuck
And
does
they
that make sense?
I shouldn't. I don't think it should, but it's cool.
They
I
just
guess.
turn into like Lego plants. You know
I guess
those
Maximals could
those
transform.
kids.
I guess Maximals could transform into anything. Well, like the beast. Well, Autobots can't. Like they have to be metal or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
fucking weird, dude. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry, dude.
Well, if you think that's weird, wait till we
They
get to the
try.
next show next week.
Yeah, they try doing something
Uh,
different, or of course, they want to be more experimental. I mean, they were experimental when they had Transformers transform into dinosaurs. Same thing with vehicles and jets, and yeah, plants just was a miss. So.
Yeah. She was the one that did it, and she also has
listen,
a
but
relation.
listen, but listen. Cars, motorcycles, planes. Sure,
Mhm.
yeah, that makes sense. The animals, sure, they move around, but plants, really?
Yeah.
Plants? I
Yeah.
I
can't.
know.
I
But
can't.
she winds up being pivotal to this season because she's gonna help bring life to. We learned that before Cybertron was populated with fucking machines, it was an actual organic planet, which I guess they took
Yeah.
for Transformers One, right? Because they have
Mhm.
plants and shit on Transformers One in that movie.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, but she's cool, and guess what? She's Rat Trap's girlfriend. Deal with it, I guess. They
Mm.
had this relationship where they were like arguing for most of the time they were on screen together, and then they argued so hard they made out with each other. And they're like, "Oh wait, what a minute, what was that?" so that was kind of their thing. And then Rat
Enemies to
Trap.
lovers.
And then Rat Trap
Mhm.
at the end, he starts like hugging her and shit. Everybody looks at him, and he's like, "I'm a tree hugger. Deal with it." I was like, "All right, all right."
Is that
Um,
is that is that something to celebrate to know that the only person a rat can fall in love with is a plant
I
audience?
suppose so. This season ends on the darkest fight between Optimus and Megatron because all of the Maximals get killed in the finale, and it's just Optimus left and Megatron. Oh, and Megatron to rub salt into the wounds because he's the whole season two. He's looking for a new body because Optimus fucked him up last season. His final form is Optimal Optimus. And that is he
Yeah.
steals your optimal Optimus body, and Megatron's now piloting it. And Optimus has to fight his
Boo.
old body, his strongest form,
Like,
basically.
boo.
Uh,
I wanted to punch Megatron when I was a kid watching that. Like, how dare you?
well,
Like,
he's bigger and stronger, and he's just beating Optimus throughout Cybertron, and it's really hopeless because again, he kind of everyone's dead. Like there's nothing to fight for.
mhm.
But Optimus digs deep in his spark, and then he fuses both of them together and jumpstarts Cybertron again and reformats it to be a techno-organic paradise, reviving all the Autobots, well, Maximals,
Yeah.
Decepticons, everybody, and that's kind of how the series ends. So.
Yeah, and now
Wow.
that Megatron's out of picture, Silverbolt is finally allowed to go and be with her Black Arachnia.
Yeah, he's,
I
he's
guess
like, all right, well
they.
now we can make out or whatever. Whatever you want to
Yeah.
do.
Oh, the way you talk, Silverbolt. Oh, and before they kissed, audience, we found out what happened to Waspinator.
Oh, yeah,
So,
he kept the thrust head, but he had the bee body.
damn. And he's not.
You're gonna have to show me a picture because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Yeah,
Oh
and
god, it's
it's
gonna
not
be
even.
ugly, isn't it?
Actually, it
Yeah,
looks better. I have to say. It
and
looks
audience, an audience. He's not like a human-sized wasp. He's actually the size of an actual wasp now, like
yeah,
with the transformer head. Like, damn, dude,
yeah.
damn.
But with that, that is the ending of the G1 timeline from Transformers, the original cartoon, to Beast Machines in the far future. So that's the when you saw Optimus and Megatron fight on the dam, years from now it was going to wind up being a techno-organic paradise on Cybertron. That's kind of how the timeline
Yeah.
ends.
I think I did like that as I really would look. I know the animation and there were certain character assassinations through the season, but I think there was a spark of a good premise when you're trying to say that now Cybertron has green life now. You
Yeah, I think
know.
that was kind of cool.
Quick question before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding this picture, I can figure out the rat. I can figure out the gorilla. I
Yeah.
think that's a cheetah on the far right. Who is
Yep.
the red
Yeah.
one? Like, what is this one supposed to be based
That's
off?
Black
That is a Black Arachnia.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I could not figure it out for the life of me. Thank you.
Yeah, the femme fatale. You know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's not a femme fatale in the show anymore. Now she gets fatale. So.
Okay, thank you for enlightening me with knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, the show had a lot of cool premises. It's not all bad. It's just not as good as It's nowhere near close as good as Beast Wars. Beast Wars is great, but that show was like okay. I get why people were because I remember because if you go from Beast Wars finale straight to this for the first couple episodes, I was hating this show. I was like, oh my god, this sucks. And then like eventually, I was like, it's not all bad. It's okay. It's all right. I will say there are a lot of things that that got taken from Beast Wars to this. I mean, for starters, the voice cast for Optimus and Megatron are going to carry over until 2007, so we're going to be stuck with these guys for a little bit. That's right. Peter Cullen was not Optimus for a long time in the franchise, so I mean, get used to it. Another thing we'll carry over is the Maximals, the Predacons. They'll return in other media, as we see. Concepts like the Allspark in name was mentioned here. It was never an official thing, but it was mentioned here. The idea that Cybertron had organic life on it, that was just recently brought back in Transformers 1 at the very beginning of that movie. Also, just the integral history the Autobots have with Earth actually did start here as well. So there's a lot of stuff. Oh, and protoforms. Protoforms were also taken from this show because they didn't exist until the show. There's a lot of influences that this show has, not as much as the movie, but it's still there. Next time we come back to Transformers, we will be not doing Transformers Armada. We're going to be doing the original Transformers Robots in Disguise cartoon, which is kind of like no one talks about it because it's kind of forgettable. But
is that the one with the mini? Is that the one with the mini bots?
No, this is right before that. No one remembers this one.
Oh, okay.
After Beast Machines, they had to reboot Transformers, but I don't think they were ready with Armada yet. So they kind of just threw out one of the Japanese cartoons and dubbed over it, and it was Robots in Disguise. This one's gonna be laid back. It's one season, but it's gonna be laid back. It's gonna be a comedy show for the most part.
And until then, guys, stay tuned for tomorrow when I talk about one of the most iconic television shows of all time.
But the worst version because TNG and Voyager are better.
Shut the fuck up. We're talking about TOS.
I mean, listen, you'll agree with me.
TOS with my friend, okay?
What
because that's the only one I've watched besides the Abra movies and Starfleet Academy right now.
Yeah, what is a fandom audience without a little bit of debate? You know.
Look, I have no opinion on TNG and Voyager right now. I will get there when I get there. I need to finish the TOS era first.
That's true.
Gotcha.
Okay, because I have the animated series and all 6 movies after this.
Cool.
Sure.
Cool.
But patience.
But all right. But anyway, any final thoughts on this, Jake?
This is gonna be the last time Optimus Prime isn't the main character of a story, so kind of cool. So there we go.
But all right, then, audience. I guess with that, we're done the media news. Now we're going on to the comic news.
Thank goodness.
Oh boy. So Captain America to debut Red, White, and Blue Hulks. Audience.
We already have a Red Hulk.
Yeah, well, he's now going to have Blue and White Hulks with him. Okay,
can I say something real quick before you go on with this?
Go ahead.
There's too many Hulk characters.
Doc Green was right, which this funny enough, that's what his whole premise was. There are too
No,
many
but here's
Hulks
the
now to
thing.
go them
I can
down.
say the same thing about Spider People. Like
Yeah.
any character that's popular enough to have a bajillion versions of themselves.
hmm I think
It's like,
I,
come on, do we need to introduce a new Hulk right now? I can
I
barely keep
think
up with the other ones. The
yeah.
only
Well,
ones
I
that
think
I know, okay, the only
mhm,
ones that I know, and not including Hulkling because he's not a Hulk, is
mhm.
OG Hulk, She Hulk, Red She Hulk. Okay, what the fuck was the blue one? Um,
I think there was
Doc
a yellow.
Samson.
I think there was a yellow Hulk a couple years ago, but
I don't
nobody
fucking
knows.
know, and I don't fucking know him. Okay.
hmm
Unfortunately, I know Sasquatch, and they're bullshit. Those two's
hmm
bullshit. And
Yeah,
yeah, I think
I
Joe
think
Fixit is his own character. I don't
Gray.
fucking know.
He's also referred to as Gray Hulk. So yeah,
Cool.
I think
We
I think
don't
this is
need two
just
more Hulks. We're
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I think this is just an issue of like when you name a character that's color based because that's going to give like editorial credence to like make different colored variations of them. Like look at Green Lanterns for example,
Plus, we
or
already had
look
a
at
blue Hulk.
Mhm.
Wasn't it Rick Jones?
No, that was A Bomb. They called
That's
him
who
A
I'm
Bomb.
talking about. That blue one.
Yeah, yeah. But nah, he was a branch off, but they just didn't give him official Hulk title.
This is
But
fucking
anyway,
stupid.
so yeah, going to this. This is going to be from the Chip Zdarsky Captain
Oh,
America run, right,
Hell
audience?
Hulk. I remember he existed. Hell Hulk.
All right. Oh, we also have the Infernal Hulk going on right now. So yeah,
Too
there's
many
that
Hulks.
too.
Too many
Yep.
Hulks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that funny enough, that's what killed Red She-Hulk. You know that, right?
Too many
It's because
Hulks?
yeah, it's because like Red She-Hulk came at a time where everybody was being a Hulk. So the only interesting thing about Red She-Hulk was just her mystery. After people found out she was Betty Ross, there was literally no interest in Red She-Hulk afterwards. Like, yeah, so what? Everybody in the Hulk family is now a Hulk. So what makes you so special anymore? So yeah. But anyway, going towards this, the Captain America Chip Zdarsky run. Chip Zdarsky, please don't make me drop your book, dude. I see where you're going with this because in case people didn't see my reaction towards the last Captain America issue, right? I really didn't like the fact that all of a sudden Red Hulk decides, I'm going to go fight Captain America in Liberia, right? Um, I'm, I'm like, dude, you both have two different objectives going on with the situation in Latveria. You could be on your side,
Yeah,
recovering
take
all
this
those
fight out of
articles.
Latveria.
Yeah. No, I mean, like Red Hulk, you could be on your side, like gathering all the equipment and material that's in Doom Castle, while Captain America and his platoon, they'll be in charge of like trying to ensure the safety of the civilians in Latveria at the moment. You don't need to collide, but I see that Chip Zdarsky was just doing that just to make Red Hulk the villain of this. So it's not a coincidence that like okay, now I'm going to introduce blue and white Hulks to be with Red Hulk's side as they fight against Captain America because like they're going to be displayed as the villains.
At this
Mm,
point, just make the whole goddamn rainbow, bitch. Just make the whole rainbow of Hulks.
I'm sure.
Fuck it.
Which we will get a purple Hulk in our lifetime. I guarantee you that.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
At
I
this
need to
point,
go.
if you guys are gonna create different colored Hulks, just make the whole goddamn rainbow, bitch.
Yep. Heck. Okay, we got Green
I don't.
Goblin. We had a Gray Goblin. We had a
Didn't we have a
Gold
gold
Goblin.
goblin or was it
Well,
something
yeah,
else?
Gold Goblin was a thing too. So
Make
you'll
a
get a
pink
new
Hulk. You know what? Make a hot pink Hulk. Give me that,
Oh
and I'll
wow,
shut the fuck up.
that'll be something. But yeah, yeah, I'm a little bit iffy on this concept with that. And also we got a preview for Chip's other book to coincide with this. Yeah, both Captain America and Weapons of let's see, what's this? Weapons of Armageddon are going to both be leading up to what was that? Armageddon Assembled. Wolverine's book is going to be that book that's going to see
Too many Wolverine books.
That's going to be him, Nuke, and David Colton in that book. And we see what's going to happen to Nuke here. Dude, he seriously looks like somebody from like what you call the young blood world or the 90s, you know?
Two
Just
things.
like designs.
Two
Yeah.
things real quick.
Hmm.
There's too many Wolverine books out right now.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
two,
Yeah.
these two in the background looks like every twink and twunk couple I've seen. And
I mean,
that's only a reference that
they're
I feel
all
like I would
super soldiers.
understand, but like,
Yeah, I
just the
mean,
vibe was there.
they're both just super soldiers. I don't even know who that bottom right hand guy is supposed to be. I guess he's supposed to be
His
like
twink
the next.
apparently.
No, they're
His,
all fighting each other. They're all going to be scoring off against each other. So this might be a first appearance for all I know, audience. This probably is the next generation of super soldiers right here. I don't know how David Colton's going to factor into this, but he's going to be playing a part in this book. I don't know how, but we'll see. Chip Zdarsky, just please do not go full Dennis Camp on me, dude. I've been really pushing for you to be right, Captain America, for many years, dude. Please don't disappoint. So yeah, that's really it. All I have to say about this book. So we can move on to the next.
yippee!
All right, which do you want to announce this one?
I don't know too much about this, but apparently Alex Ross is doing a new thing.
Yep, he's gonna be
Yeah.
writing for a Marvel graphic novel book. You know,
What's it even about?
this is gonna be Marvel Dimensions.
I can see that. I know how to read.
Yep. Let's see. Let me just bring up the actual article itself. See what his words are in it. Okay, in case people need to recollect themselves on who Alex Ross is. Aside from being an amazing artist, he wrote one of the most interesting comics of all time, which was Kingdom Come with Mark
No,
Waid.
he also was the creator of the Earth X bullshit.
Hmm. I mean, it was his own thing, but it's synonymous too.
I got to talk to
Let's
an
see.
artist who worked on those
Yeah,
books about these books,
gotcha,
and I was like, yeah, they're fine.
gotcha. Let's
Look, I got to
see.
talk
I'm
shit
looking.
about. I got to low key talk shit about Warren Ellis, okay, to this guy, so it's
Gotcha,
fine.
gotcha.
Shout out.
So, all right, I'm reading some of the stuff that Alex Ross has mentioned about this book. It's meant to be as bonkers a ride for the readers as it could possibly be. You're getting one of a kind entertainment, and then it changes on you midstream, and then you're getting a different art style. Selling okay, bunch of jibber jabber. Let's see, old things. Mm, Nothing really much in this. It's going to have a opening with Spider-Man, the Hulk, and Iron Man, and Wolverine, and many other dramatic characters. Yeah, really nothing much else storyline wise we could talk about this. She's just going to be having his take on the origins of certain characters in Marvel audience.
No, can I be honest with you? I don't
Yeah.
really fucking care about this.
I'm sure a lot of people will because Alex Ross is, a big name in the comic industry.
Yeah, I know he's a big name, but this doesn't sound interesting to me.
If anything, like the covers alone will probably be selling this book, because he
Bitch, the
always has
moment he
some
gives
many
me
covers.
Alpha Flight characters that isn't just fucking Mac, dude, then I'll think about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, he is a big time artist. So, all right, let's see. Man, yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. Yeah, this was a very light week audience, so don't expect the next couple
And plus, Jake had to
topics.
skip our fucking
Hmm.
intro and
Yep.
still made
And
us stall for time while he got his shit together.
yep. And Austin had to leave at the last minute for
And you
personal
guys did a good
issues.
job.
So.
I did a good job. I was the one who did it.
Well, sure.
Give me my fucking credit, dude. This is my first live as a 24-year-old, okay? Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. But alrighty then. I guess with that we can move on to the next book to the next topic, audience. Which do you want to do the honors of this?
A new Spider-Man comic that I won't read.
So this is going to be a one-shot Meals of Astonish audience that's been announced. Oh boy. So it's a one-shot book. It's going to actually be co-written by a world-renowned chef, Jose Andres. So it's going to be a book written by both him and Steve Orlando.
Okay.
Okay, y'all know the stuff I've noticed with Steve Orlando in the past couple of months, but this is going to be a one shot, so just make it entertaining. That's all I ask for. And if you're going to have a world renowned chef co-writing this book, I'm expecting a lot of recipe pages to be coming out of this.
Yeah, I want
And
a
you know what?
recipe book.
Yeah, and you know what, audience? I'll make you a promise. When this issue comes out, I'll not only buy it, but I'll attempt to create one of the dishes in this book. You
Don't
know,
expect me to do that. I'm not doing that.
I'll do it for the community, which
You
So.
could do it for the community. I really don't
hmm
care.
hmm Let's see. I'm trying to look at the cast here. What kind of dishes come to mind when you look at a hero? You know, when you look at your favorite hero for Captain America, I guess I could assume like, hey, nothing would be more fitting than apple pie.
I thought
So,
apple pie was from the Netherlands.
well, apple pie is also like an American sort of like trademark too.
Look,
You
I'm not saying he's gonna be in there, but I know damn well if North Star wasn't here, I know what meal it wouldn't be for
Well,
him. Because
well,
I know in canon he hates poutine.
okay.
So I know
So,
it wouldn't be that. I don't know what it would be,
so,
but it would be
so,
something.
so, what would he cook? Which, come on, name a dish.
It's also canonical that he doesn't really cook that often, but I can look up
Hmm.
Quebecois dishes and I'll get back to you on that in like 5 minutes.
Okay. Says French Canadian, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So, what dishes come to mind when you think of French Canadian?
Just poutine.
Yeah. Wow.
Look, I
Oh.
don't know much about Quebec.
hmm
Hold
Yeah.
on, I'm googling it right
It,
now.
it's a double whammy for me, audience. I don't know much about French cuisine, and I don't know much about Canadian cuisine other than bacon. So and maple syrup. Let's see. For Spider-Man, dude, I assume he learned a
I
good
guess like this,
casserole.
like one meat pie or something like that. Oh no, bagels, something with bagels, like Quebecois
There you go.
bagels. There was like a whole thing
Okay,
about it.
okay.
He like there
That's
was a line
something.
in X Factor where they were where the X Factor crew was gifted like a bush plant that grew bagels, and
hmm
and then in a later issue he was like trying to convince his husband to try one of the bush bagels, which is not a
Ah.
euphemism, I promise. And he's like, I know they're not Montreal bagels, but trust me, they're good.
Gotcha.
I don't know. He's
Yeah.
not much of a chef. I don't think they taught
Mhm.
him that in the FLQ. Okay.
Gotcha. Let's see. I'm looking at this. Wolverine. I assume he'll have a rare steak. Yeah, simple down the basics. Spider-Man. I could assume I may taught him how to do a casserole or two. Storm. I don't know what Creole cuisines are out
She's not
there.
Creole. She's half Kenyan.
Oh, I thought she. Okay, sorry, I got those
No, are you
confused.
thinking of Gambit?
Yeah, sorry, I got confused with that. Yeah, the Gambit. So,
Tis
Storm.
everyone shun cryptid in the chat. Shun cryptid. I'm
And I
disappointed.
had three. I'm doing this with 3 hours of sleep, audience. So cut me some slack, okay?
I'm not
You
cutting you
know?
any slack.
Yeah. Oh, we got a comment in comment section. How's it going, guys? From Travis Michael. How's it going,
Besides
Travis?
having a headache, I'm doing
Mm,
all
mm,
right. I
Gotcha.
don't know what
Let us,
Jake's doing though.
Like and
Travis, let
subscribe.
us let us know who your favorite superhero is and what sort of cuisine that they will be making for this book for Meals for Astonish. Let's see. Now, for me, like my other favorite character audience is Deadpool, and I literally have a recipe book from him. That's right, audience. Deadpool was big enough to have his own cookbook with him, and even before that, I will always assume that his main go-to meal to make would be a mean chimichanga. So yeah. true fact, audience. Like the reason why Deadpool loves Mexican food so much is because it's the only cuisine out there that makes him use his healing factor. Ouch!
Bitch,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
get him on the spiciest Korean food I can. Let's see how that healing factor works on him. I'm
That's
giving him
no.
a thing of bulldog noodles with
Mhm.
all of the spice, like
That
the spice packet
yeah.
in there, not just a
Uh,
little bit, the whole thing.
audience, I am never going to be trying spicy Korean soup ever again after my last experience at a Korean restaurant.
There's Korean food that's not spicy.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that. Yeah, but like I was at a Korean restaurant like this was like last year, right? And the menu options were all written in Korean. But then there was like a couple items that had English lettering in it. One stating fish stew. So okay, yeah, me and my brother both got that. And it wasn't stated that this was a volcanic hot soup. When we
You
got
should
the
have used
soup,
Google Translate.
I didn't think that was appropriate. Which like imagine us just standing there in the kitchen. I mean, in front of the cashier, and then pointing at the menu of our phones. So
I don't think they would have cared.
yeah. Okay, Travis is saying Spider-Man. Besides wheat cakes and pizza, I think he's probably a lasagna guy. Oh,
Fair
there you
enough,
go.
honestly. I can
I
see the
mean, I
vision.
always Yeah, I always thought he knew how to make a mean casserole from Aunt May. I don't know why I assumed she could make a casserole, but that was just me. So
I don't
yeah,
know. She's old.
yep. So when we got the soup, right, audience, it was ruby red soup, and me and my brother are like, oh good lord, we can't return the soup, so we tried eating it. And not only did it have jalapenos in it, but it also had those tiny red peppers on it. And why?
You want to know, you want to know like a spice, like a semi-spicy Korean dish that I think you might like. It's not as spicy as whatever the hell you're talking about, but it's still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's called bulujjigae. It's like Korean army stew. So basically, you put
Ooh.
like instant noodles in there. You put like spam, sausages,
Mm-hmm.
and other stuff in there. It was pretty good. It's spicy normally because they use like the spicy ramen stuff, but
Yeah,
it's still pretty good. I
yeah.
recommend it.
A couple of green jalapenos I could take, but just not like that tiny red pepper. Just put a warning label in restaurants for that. I feel
That
like
was on
convenience
you.
is
That ain't on
everywhere.
me.
No, no, that was on them. They knew dang well what they were doing when they put the menu option in Korean, but then put English lettering saying just fish stew. Like, god dang it. Oh well, but yeah, back to meals of Astonish. Let's see, any other characters you can think of can make a mean meal out of?
I mean, there's a lot of characters, but I'm not
What
really.
will what will Wiccan cook up for his husband? Which
I don't know. He's currently trying to get his magic back, but
Mhm.
I'll get back to you on that.
Gotcha. Travis saying in Amazing Spider-Man he eats Aunt May's meatloaf, so that too. Yeah, but she puts walnuts in her meatloaf. And do you want walnuts in your meatloaf, audience?
Especially if you're allergic to nuts, that would suck.
I know, right? You gotta think about these things out and all. So, all right. Yeah, I guess with that, we can pretty much move on to the last topic tonight, audience. So,
Yippee!
oh
Jake,
wait,
where's
did we
my
just
yippee?
hold up a sec? Let me
Jake,
bring this.
Yeepaw!
that's not what I asked, but okay.
Okay, announce this one, which
What? What? I'm not reading this shit. I'm not reading Doom's Quest.
I just announced a topic.
Doom Quest. I don't know. We're getting that
We're
apparently.
getting okay. So Doom Quest is a 10-issue miniseries written by Jake's favorite current writer, Ryan North. Like so,
You do all
You
right?
know,
yeah.
fun fact about Ryan North, he's also writing the Star Trek Lower Decks comics out right now.
hmm
Have
There
we
you
been
go.
answering Travis Mitchell's
Yeah,
comments?
yeah, we've been
Hmm?
answering them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and which, by the way, Ryan North, he is a big Star Trek fan. He,
Yeah, I know.
You could tell that on his writing of Fantastic Four, you know. So
I mean, he's also, I don't remember what his degree was, but he did have like a science degree. So
that makes perfect sense because in his Fantastic Four run, I swear there are moments when Reed is talking where I don't understand what he's saying, which is how I should feel because this is the smartest person in the world, you know. So
yeah,
yeah,
so him writing Star Trek makes a lot of sense.
yep. Okay, so I would like this. You know what, Jake? I know you're a little bit thin in books. You better be reading this book,
I'm
Jake.
thin in books because they only come on Mondays, and it's not fair for me to review everything I want on a Monday, so I don't do it.
No, no, no. I want you to read this book with us because I want to see how you feel about Reinor's take on Doctor Doom. Because we
It's probably
already know how
superior.
you feel about his take on Reed Richards. You
Probably
know?
superior. It's okay.
Oh
It's fine.
wow, he's gonna be altering the timeline, Jake.
Yeah, as Doom
Joking.
would, because he's trying to make everything better, unlike Reed. Right?
Ain't everything better? He wants to put his face on everything.
Sure, that's better than Reed's face. All
Oh,
right?
that he Reed just puts a 4 on things. He doesn't put his face.
Exactly.
His
Can't
I
even
feel like the
ego.
can't even put a
4 is
real face on.
metaphorical at this point.
Metaphorical for his brain because he's an egotist. That Reed.
Gotcha. So anyway, the book sees Doom on a journey through time while trying to shape history in his own image. Okay, so he's trying to alter history. Okay, okay, I see how he's responsible with time travel and technology. Audience, look at
I
that.
guess him and Megatron 2 have a thing in common. I guess they might fight each other.
Wow, and they're also both bad guys too. Audience, you know.
Well, anybody
So.
who's against Reed Richards is not a villain to me. So
Wow, wow. Okay, Dan, that's one of the books we're going to be talking about tomorrow, Jake, right? Because guess what
I'm
came out this week?
what?
The Fantastic Four Planet of the Apes crossover.
Yeah. And then they'll see Reed for
And
the fraud he really is.
if it makes you feel better, Jake, Reed's on trial by the
Yeah, I know.
apes.
I saw the sneak peek.
Yeah. For crimes against ape kind, audience.
He's already on another
Wow,
planet committing crimes. That bastard.
wow, wow. Yeah. But, stick with us for tomorrow when we do those reviews, audience. But yeah, anyway, nothing much really to this news piece. I think it's just going to be a self-contained story. It- it's not going to be tying into what happened in One World Under Doom or any of those Doom events. As far as I know.
Cryptid, if you need me to get an extra book, I will find something in my archive.
Okay, not a prob.
Because I only have
So
the one new one.
gotcha. All right, well, we'll go over them after this episode's done. But yeah, we reached over all the topics in just a little bit over an hour. So
There we go.
yeah, light week, audience, light week.
And this
But
time we can actually say that.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, we waited for the best
Anyway,
time to do it.
wow, sorry, sneeze.
All right. Let's
All
get
right,
out of here.
Anyways, we'll talk to y'all later.
See y'all
See you
next time,
tomorrow.
audience.
And